Should be a box of restaurant cuts in there, man. Morning. It's coming in on the truck. PDI's here. Just don't worry about that. Just start focusing on your truck. Hey, Rick. Rick.
Welcome to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We're live inside Muscatine Hy-Vee on 2nd Avenue in Muscatine, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, here's Tony Tone.
Let the games begin, friends. Today is the first day of Spring Cleanup Week 2018 in Muscatine. And if you've been putting stuff in your alley or out in front of your house, has it been picked up already? That's what I want to know. I've told you that throughout the course, well, really since last week, we've been starting to just put stuff out because I think that's what most people do. And we had an old dishwasher that was picked up, gone. Hopefully I found a good home. An old vacuum that I was really surprised that was picked up and found a new home. And we've even put some more stuff out there just yesterday. Wasn't it the best weekend ever? Even on Saturday, we didn't have as much sunshine as we would have liked. However, it still was just great to be outside. I think my kids and I, we were outside most of Saturday and for sure the majority of yesterday, which was perhaps the nicest day out of the two. Probably the best weekend we've had thus far weather-wise in 2018. Would we all agree? Yeah. It was also prom for Muscatine High School. And do we have some pictures we can pull up now, or do we want to come back to it? Okay. Our very own Ryan Broderson was at the Merrill Hotel, which is where prom was held this year. And wow, look at that. Ryan's got a really cool camera, and that is a great shot. The Merrill is such a beautiful addition in downtown Muscatine. I think it's so cool that that's where prom was held for Muscatine. So look at all these pictures, Ryan. Well, Ryan, you have a brother that went to prom, don't you? Okay. We didn't just send Ryan out as like the paparazzi. He had a purpose. There he is. All those Brodersons. You can always tell a Broderson, right? That's awesome. They all have good hair. And then he's got some Cape pictures. Wow. Cape just seems like it's a lot of fun. At Muscatine High School, Ryan said there were 115 prizes given away, all from donations within the community. So that is impressive. Yeah, this is super great to have this. I was seeing pictures on Facebook from when, kids were taking photos at like Weed Park or wherever they went. So, Ryan, were you there till 3:30 in the morning? Is that how late it went, Cape? Yeah. Wow. 3:30 a.m. Okay. Very cool. Yeah, and they had good weather for prom, right? It didn't rain. It wasn't cold. It didn't snow for a Saturday for once. Oh, that just looks dangerous, those inflatable things you just run into. Yeah. I don't think right now I would be good to do that. Just send somebody through a wall, right? Plus with the torn meniscus, probably not. So we have Chad Yoakum's son, Jonah. Is he there in the green shorts? Go back to that one. So he got bumped over a little bit. Okay. That's great. Yeah. Right. Hey, you know what, though? It was probably a very soft landing, right? That is wonderful. Okay, so very good. We'll get back to some of those pictures in a little bit. Is that your brother? Yeah. What's his name again? Trey Broderson. All right. Very cool. Cape, a success for sure. And it seemed like prom went over well. So I do hope you had a good weekend and have a great spring cleanup week. I'll just say this again. Be courteous if you're out and about doing your own version of American Pickers. And I'm going to have my friend Frank Fritz on this show, and I should try and do it this week since we have spring cleanup week going on. It just depends on his schedule. Our first guests are here, and I know what you're thinking. It's Monday. It's Hy-Vee today. You know how much I love math. I thought let's have on Dan Stein and Daniel Wong, and we're going to talk about count fast and math. Dan and Daniel. Dan, it's good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, Tony.
Daniel.
Hey,
buddy.
Hey. Teachers have the rest of the tools.
Nice.
Obviously, we're going to have the big tournament this Saturday.
Sure.
April 28th at the Merrill.
So a math tournament, and you said a game and math in the same sentence.
Yeah.
And so, I didn't pass out, so
well,
that's good.
We can show you a little bit here, Tony. So basically, one of the core games of it's called 24.
Sure.
And it's kind of like algebra, where there's 4 numbers on a card, and you get to use each number one time.
Okay.
And you can use addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division to equal the number 24.
Okay.
So since you're a smart guy, you can probably look at this card and figure out how to make this equal 24.
Yeah. Yeah. You said algebra and I started to sweat.
So like this one, for example, you could take 10 minus 2 is 8.
Sure.
5 minus 2 is 3.
Okay.
8 times 3 is 24.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
there you go. So what we do is the kids line up against the other kid, put the card in the middle, and it's a race who can get the answer first.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you cannot figure out the answer, you can read the tips here. So that will give you a hint that
a clue.
Help you to
So there's clues on it as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So how has this been received by these classes? I mean, this is new.
Right.
Right. This isn't like, Count Fast is
Brand new.
This is all brand new.
Brand new.
So this is also something that's probably not only new for the students, but how about the teachers
Yeah.
as well? But let's back up. How has it been received in the classroom?
Very well received. So Dr. Hy-Vee is who we first started with.
Sure.
And he gave us Mrs. Witchers. So Mrs. Witchers has been the one that's got us into the classrooms.
Sure.
At first, I think teachers are under so much pressure to get the curriculum done in a certain time frame.
Absolutely.
So because it was new, it's a little bit of pressure. But I think once they see the kids, the engagement with these activities, then they really bought into it, and we're going full steam now with all the 5th grade classes.
And isn't it true, guys? I mean, we all know this from going to school, no matter what level. If you can bring something home and enjoy it with your family or your friends, your neighbors, and if it can, I mean, there's nothing wrong with watching a little TV and stuff, but boy, if you can keep exercising that muscle up here in a fun way.
Exactly.
So, and I also know that there's a component of this that's in a smart form, right? So in a smart app, correct?
Yep. So we're developing an app where you can play the physical flashcards, or you can play it on an app on your mobile phone.
Nice.
And kids really like playing on the phone.
Yeah.
So. But really, what it does to us, parents are always saying, how do we get the kids engaged with math? And with this, I think it's a fun activity.
Sure.
It brings out a little competition if you're playing with your brother or sister or another student. And in my experience, the kids were never coming home and saying, let's do math, and now we've given them something to talk about.
Yeah,
so
that's fantastic. Yeah. Right. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. And I wish I enjoyed math more growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, I could sit here and
enjoy math.
I can talk, I can write very well, always have been able to, but math I just I just couldn't do it. I remember even in college when I was at St. Ambrose having to take the math for the gen eds, thinking like I just don't get it.
The other thing is, so this is algebra, so maybe a kid struggles a little bit with that initially.
Sure.
The other products we have are build up. So basically we build up the first one's called Count Fast First.
Okay.
And it's basically just a quick flashcard game where you can practice the core skills.
Okay.
So Tony, I even know you can do this one.
All right.
So basically the
no
first
pressure.
card is, these cards when we add them together are going to equal 15, okay?
Gotcha.
So you know you're right if you get to 15. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put the first card down, which is a 5. Tony, the next card I lay down, you're going to keep adding them.
Okay.
So 5 plus 1.
6, 10, 13, 15.
Bingo.
Got it.
Hey.
Okay, so the kid would record his score, how many seconds that took.
Oh, wow.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
That's the point. That's the point.
Timing.
So it's a drill to build up your core fundamentals.
Excellent.
And then you do the same thing with subtraction and then multiplication and division with the same numbers.
That is great.
Once you master those, then you can get really good at this game.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Again, count fast. To be able to get into the school with something new, like you said, was a challenge. But then knowing, because you knew that this could be effective.
Right.
So you
Yes.
get into the school, guys, and then was the plan always to have a math tournament, or did that sort of develop along the way?
Well, that was the competition aspect of it. You
Sure.
know, we wanted to add that in to get the kids more engaged. So within the classrooms, they've had a competition to pick out who's the top 3 kids in that classroom. Then this Saturday on April 28th at the Merrill Hotel, we'll have the city tournament where the 3 kids from each 5th grade class will compete against the other classes.
Wow.
So there'll be about 16 teams, and there'll be prizes for the winners. Thank the Hy-Vee, thanks to some
Sure.
other sponsors. And I hear you might MC this
Yes,
event?
I'm totally down. Absolutely. I love emceeing various things. I never thought in my life I would MC a math tournament because I thought there might be some like a test you'd have to take
Yeah, of
beforehand.
course, it's a high-tech MC. This is high-tech MC.
Yeah, this will be the highest level of MCing that I've done. But yeah, so 5th grade seems like a pretty pivotal year, right?
It is.
For a lot of different reasons, but for sure the importance of math. And you know, we could really get into a conversation about the importance of STEM.
Right.
And that's done such a good job. And how did you identify 5th grade? Did you both think like, okay, if we're going to do this count fast, we really need to get into 5th grade?
Yeah.
I mean, certainly you're going to have things available for younger children
Right.
as well. But
Actually, it should be as early as possible.
Okay.
Because, the brand is, yes, it's new in here, but Confast, it's about 70 years history in Asia.
wow.
Yeah, in Asia we played a lots, and if the kids can play it, start it earlier, that'd be good for
Absolutely.
them too. Not only for learning the math trick, but help them to understand or figure out the fancy part of math. So that's why lots of Asians they like it instead of fear it.
Right.
So, yeah, but that and right. I mean, I have a kindergartner,
Right.
so we should be starting now.
Yeah,
Count
right?
that first.
Count fast first. You
Okay.
can really start, 1st grade, 2nd
Yeah.
grade, because it's the core math build
Sure.
up. You get to this one, it's probably, in Muscatine, probably 3rd or 4th grade.
Okay.
So 5th grade, we thought, they'll grasp the concept quickly,
Mm-hmm.
but really, the younger the better, get them started.
Absolutely.
The other thing I should point out, Tony, we add in some, we call them tricks, but really
Okay.
they're kind of secret weapons to do math mentally. And so today,
All right.
there's about 20 of them. These keep the kids excited, so I won't
Okay.
go into all of them today,
Sure.
but I'm going to teach you one.
Okay.
So it's called the Magic 11 trick.
All right.
So anytime you times a number by 11, say I say what's 52 times 11. If you can't do that quickly in your
No
head.
way. Yeah.
What's 52 times 11?
572,
572.
Okay.
just by second.
Okay, so anytime you time a number by 11, you take the 5 and the 2,
Okay.
and then you add 5 plus 2
Okay.
is 7.
Gotcha.
Put that in the middle.
572.
There you go.
Oh, that's good.
So-
How much is 25
good.
times 11?
25 times 11. 272.
275.
275.
Yeah,
Close.
yeah,
Got it. Got it. Close. Hey.
Let's try
not
one
bad.
more to see if you
Oh
mess
boy,
it.
great.
61 times 11.
61 times 11. 675.
Six.
Close.
671.
671.
Yeah.
Chad, you come to the rescue.
So we've got a lot of tricks like that where you can have your parents pull out their cell phone,
Yeah.
race them, and you'll see the kids.
Yeah.
The,
Well, if you would have told me, I could have got my phone.
Yeah.
I have it, man.
get your phone out. That's
right
fine.
here. No, for sure. This is a great idea. So after the math tournament, the city math tournament this
Yep.
Saturday, again at the Merrill, 9:30 to 11:30, will the kids go on from there?
Well, so that's the end of the formal kind of
Sure,
practice.
sure.
And again, we're still testing this concept, so we're not sure exactly where we're going to take it. But I'm pretty confident there's going to be more similar events,
Sure.
and we hope to push it down, from 5th grade to lower levels,
Absolutely.
and really build out. The product still needs some work.
Sure.
And we're going to finish building that out, and when we're ready to go, we'll be back again to make a splash.
Well, I mean, you could easily see a Count Fast in Iowa City,
Yep.
in West Liberty, and Wilton. I mean,
Exactly.
all the surrounding schools.
Yep.
I mean, it's a good tool,
Right.
right?
It's a good tool.
You want to be a strong resource for the schools.
And skills.
Yes.
Skills for kids.
And I come back to a point that you made. Teachers have a lot to worry about, right?
They do.
I went to St. Ambrose to be a high school English teacher, and then I changed things up along the way. But I have a lot of friends, have a lot of family that teach, And boy, does that job just continue to get more challenging.
It is.
I can't even imagine what it looks like in 2018.
Oh, yeah.
And how they teach, and a lot of it is embracing technology in the classroom.
Yeah.
And for some, that's easier said than done. So when you can have something like a Count Fast that's
Right.
new but effective,
Right.
it makes the teacher's job, I don't want to say easier, but gives them another
Tool.
Yeah. Oh, that's a whole
Math,
new-
it's all about engagement, because
Sure.
some kids just shut down, they get scared by math. This is a way to engage a kid at the level he's at and,
Yeah.
start to build them up. And you'll see the confidence of these kids just go through the roof
Yes,
when they
exactly.
start to get this. So,
Well, and I tell you what, when you talk about having a math tournament at the Merrill, beautiful hotel downtown, math kids that are good at math should be celebrated, right?
yeah.
Just like we celebrate
Yeah.
athletics,
Right.
like we should have more of that.
Exactly, that's
whether
the
it's
thing.
math or writing or whatever it is.
you're right. Think about the
should
time we
happen.
spend with our kids on Little League or basketball, and that's
Correct.
great. But I mean, in the long run, if they get these math skills, it's going to take them a long ways. So,
And quite honestly, guys, back in the day, I probably said like, when in my life, Betsy, am I ever going to use algebra in my life? But the thing is, I'm not sitting here as a professional athlete, and guess what? I played every sport.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I put a lot of time on that. Maybe if I would have put a little bit more
Exactly.
time on my brain,
Yeah, exactly.
I could
exactly.
be,
Because you're right. Because in Asian culture, we also believe brain is just like your muscle. When you do sports, that's a kind of muscle. That's a kind of exercise for your muscle. But actually, you need something to do your brain exercises, and this will be a good tool for you to do your brain exercise. The more exercise you do for your brain, the more smarter you will be.
well, and there's so many jobs, as both of you know firsthand, there's so many opportunities.
Right.
Banker.
Right. If you can excel in the fields of math and science and engineering, it just can unlock so many doors.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's just the truth. I
Right.
mean, that's not.
Well, and as you point out, STEM education, the U.S. has got to keep catching up because a lot
Sure.
of these other countries, engineering, math, science, and so really, I think the country's realizing that. We got to focus more on math and science. That's
Sure.
where our innovation comes from.
Absolutely. And I mean, and I have friends that, right now are welding and using math
Yep.
down to boy, if you get a weld wrong.
Right.
So that, I mean, the range of things that you're able to do when you have to keep exercising that muscle.
Wide, yes.
Yeah, it's very wide.
Yes.
And again, to have the thought to do something like a Count Fast, I mean, this is not something that happens overnight.
No.
Down to the packaging, and then I want to talk about developing the app
Yeah.
because that's not something that a lot of people are doing.
Right.
Right. So did you partner up with someone,
We
or
did.
a company that kind of
Yeah.
gets this? Because you guys have the vision.
Right.
We can see it and hold it right here,
Right.
but then getting it into that.
Yeah, so
to
in
that
terms of
form.
the app, Daniel and I, neither of us are software developers, so we
Oh,
hired
yes.
people to do the programming.
Yeah.
But the concept and the layout, explaining
Absolutely.
that to them to get the vision in the software is what we're working
Yes,
on.
yeah,
It's not
exactly.
done, but we're
Yeah.
a long way there.
Yeah.
So have you
Or
gotten
if
to,
anybody
like-
who can help us for the app developers.
have you been beta testing it? Like, have you gotten a feel for it?
We have. Yep.
It's got to be nice to be able to say like, hey, yeah, I like this, but let's change this.
Right.
Because, it's your app.
Right.
That's pretty
Yeah, yeah.
cool.
It is.
Right.
And it's amazing these software engineers who know math can just make
Sure.
these
Oh, yeah.
changes on the fly.
Yeah. Software
you know?
engineer did know the math.
Right.
Yeah, they know how to present it.
Right.
What's their response to this, Ben?
Everybody's
love it.
extremely
Everybody.
positive.
Yes,
you know.
everybody,
It's a fun
yeah.
game. You can
Yeah.
play it with your family. It's easy to play, and it's healthy. To me,
Sure.
it's a product that it's easy, kind of takes care of itself because it's a healthy,
Absolutely.
good thing to do.
A lot of innovation comes out of Muscatine, Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that for a lot of us, we realize that. But I think that, maybe the surrounding areas, I hope that they're aware of it. And not that we need to toot our own horn or pat ourselves on the back, but it's just important to celebrate and shout about what you're good at.
Definitely.
And what you're doing well, and not being afraid to try things.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's why
Yeah.
I've loved your show so far. I mean, Muscatine, our culture is kind of quiet,
Sure.
undersell ourselves, but there's so many good stories here.
Mm-hmm.
And for you to, Hy-Vee, to invest and get the stories out and your talent, I mean, to me, this is a great thing because there's this stuff going on all over town under the radar.
Yeah,
So-
and that's the thing. Like, I understand, like, as things are in the early stages, wanting to maybe keep it hush or quiet. But
Right.
boy, as soon as it surfaces, let's talk about
Right,
it.
exactly.
And let's get people excited. And again, the fact that this can very easily be in classrooms across the country, and that might not be the goal right away, but certainly in eastern Iowa and across the state. Yes, because it's going to help.
Right.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
It's going to
yes.
help.
It
Yes.
works.
It works
Yeah.
very fast. It works and very fast.
Right.
So that's what we call it count fast. Not only count fast, but also works fast.
Okay, now I want to ask. We talk about the math tournament again this Saturday at the Merrill, 9:30 to 11. I'm going to MC it. Am I going to get put on the spot, or because do I need to practice? Is what I'm asking.
You might want to practice a little.
Yes,
I mean,
because the kids will challenge you as well.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Is there a beat the host portion of the tournament?
I think at the end we'll have people
Okay.
challenge Tony Tone.
Yeah.
And we might have
Yeah.
a prize or two if you can
Oh,
beat
yeah,
Tony.
There you go. I'm going to have an escape plan ready.
And a very tiny
Right.
girl comes to you to challenge your question and beat you
Daniel,
down.
what? All right. If it's a battle of wits, I'm in. Right? I can talk my way out of most things. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll challenge them.
Yeah.
All right, Count Fast experts. Let's see if you can paint yourself out of a corner when you say ridiculous things.
But that tournament is open to the public. So if people
Sure.
are curious, they want to see what these kids can do, I really think they'll be amazed. I mean, these kids are bright.
And again, if we're packing the ball diamonds and soccer fields, let's fill the Merrill
Right.
and celebrate math.
Yep.
You know, it's super cool. Right. Well, again,
Celebrate math.
we got to celebrate math, right?
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Yes, we do.
I like the
Yeah.
packaging of this. It feels good. It looks super sharp. And again, you know, you just want to set your kids up for success.
That's right.
Yes.
And again, I go back to my experience because this is the experience that I have. You know, I did okay in high school. I kind of had an about face after freshman year, graduated, and was able to get a little bit of a scholarship to St. Ambrose. And then I had friends that, you know, maybe had like a 3.6 coming out of high school, and they didn't pay for college. You know, couple that with maybe some athletics or whatever,
Right.
you know, your education can be free. So that's what I
Yes.
think is so powerful, right?
Yeah.
You have the ability, and we have the ability as parents to set our children up to be able to write their own check, so to
Right.
speak,
Mhm.
with their
Exactly.
minds or their gifts,
Right.
right?
Well, and math is one of those things. It's not that far to get ahead of the curve.
Sure.
You know, like baseball, we're all out there practicing all day
Correct.
long.
Yeah.
So it's hard to differentiate yourself. If you do this program, within a couple weeks, you're going to be so much better at math than most of the kids in your class. You know, and you're ahead of the game. So
Yeah, yeah. And I think that all parents are all, you know, quickly going to think like, what's that count fast thing, and how do we get it? So
Welcome them to the tournament. They will see
come
more
to the
details about
tournament,
that. Yes.
please. It
Yes.
seems like we're going to have, you know, good weather, and there's plenty of parking
yeah.
downtown.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think you picked a wonderful venue, obviously.
Yep,
Right.
for sure.
Now, is it going to be in that ballroom?
Yep.
Oh,
top
sweet.
floor
room.
ballroom.
Nice.
Plenty of room for a lot of people. So
Cool. 9:30 to 11:30,
Yep.
City Math Tournament. Count fast. Betsy, I want you to just zoom in one more time just to show everybody how cool this packaging looks and the fact that students in Muscatine are benefiting from the innovation of Dan Stein and Daniel Wong. This is super cool. Count fast. App coming soon. There's a really cool like AI robot thing on the back there. Look right next to my sausage finger. You can see that. That's pretty good. Right? It just looks slick. Yeah. All right. If you ever need a hand model too, by the way, I'm available. So keep
You
that in
sausage
mind.
finger.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listen, Daniel, it's not true, right? I mean, look at these things. All right. I appreciate you both coming on. It's good
Tony,
to see
thanks
you.
a lot.
Thank
Tony,
you.
thank you
Appreciate it.
very much. Yeah.
Is there going to be also, I'm assuming, like, once you kind of get rolling out a little bit more, probably have like Facebook page,
Yep.
Instagram, and all
Yep.
that.
That's all coming. We're still in the testing phase.
Listen,
but
I know you're busy with everything else and creating a new product and an app, but let's get the social rolling. Okay?
we'll get it done.
Yeah, we will.
How can you manage all of this? I don't get it. I mean, you're both very
Oh,
busy.
he's talent. He's a talent to manage different kinds.
yeah,
business.
it's nice to be able to wear different hats, isn't it? I mean,
It is. And it's
right?
fun to be able to do things that you enjoy and are fun. To me, this
Absolutely.
project, it's all about the fun. You see these
Right.
kids, and so I have no problem allocating time to this one for sure.
It's
But I
fun.
think probably same as Jim Zimerson, he said.
Sure.
Anything about the kids, I mean, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Same as him, because he's busy, you know, and I'm busy as well. But this kind of product is, I'm sure it's good, pretty good for the kids.
Yeah.
And
Right, and that's the spirit, I think, for the kids, of course. Like, we're
Yes.
just trying to leave the world a better, smarter place.
Yes.
Smarter.
Better at math. My wife is so good at math.
Oh yeah.
So that's where I'm hoping that, like, I want my kids to be 7 feet tall, nice people that are good at math.
Yeah.
And they're
Yeah.
going to get the good at math from her and count fast.
Exactly.
Right?
and you,
That's
and
right.
you will be good in the math very soon after
Yeah.
your MC.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the best 34-year-old
As
math
long
guy
as
ever.
you beat the tiny little girl,
I
you'll
can-
be good at.
Daniel, I don't think it'll look good if I beat a little girl at math, right?
No, they're fifth grade.
Oh, here's the thing, guys. I'm going to play a role of someone that's bad at math.
Okay, there you go.
Secretly, I'm
Yeah.
a math genius.
There you go.
Yeah.
But I just can't.
Don't make them cry.
Right.
Yeah,
For the sake of the kids, I'll go easy with my math skills on Saturday.
There you go.
That's the rouge.
Yeah, okay.
All right, count fast. City Math Tournament this Saturday, the 28th, 9:30 to 11:30. We hope to see you there. Let's look at some more pictures from prom. How about that? Oh, no, Toyota Muscatine Car Cam. All right. Betsy loves the Toyota Muscatine Car Cam because she gets to go on an adventure. And if you've never, well, I don't know when the last time was the majority of us were inside of a grocery cart. This gives you that perspective as the camera is mounted on top. Is she just going for a stroll, or does she have anything in mind? Hey, that's fine with me. Listen, it's Monday after a weekend. We're getting things reset here in the store, and she's just off to the races. So, yeah, we thank our friends at Toyota Muscatine. Ooh, that's a good aisle. Hey, you know what? I got to start going down that aisle more since, and I haven't really talked about this on the show, but we got baby number 3 coming to my house, and that baby's going to be good at math. Baby Tone 3, brought to you by Count Fast. Ooh, I like the idea of that. What do you think about that?
Tony's,
We need a Count Fast onesie, right? Hey, and conveniently enough, we talk about our other friends, CBI Bank and Trust. There they are. The Super Bank.
Great people over there.
Super. Wow, this is the first time we've had a standing ovation for CBI Bank and Trust. I like that Super Bank because I walk by and I steal a piece of candy. Only on days that end in Y, so it's not all the time. But it is. Yeah, so no, yeah, we are having a third kid, and we do have all the baby stuff here. And I'm glad that Betsy must have known that I wanted her to go down that aisle, right? That's perfect. All right, so can we look at some pictures from prom and Cape, if we don't mind? That's good. You can hang or whatever you want to do. I know you're busy. I'll see you on Saturday. So, Ryan, is this at Weed Park? Okay. Was that the new spot for pictures this year? Everybody was there. And last year, huh? Wow. Yeah, I bet there's no place to park. What do? You park in the pool and then you walk up probably. So yeah, it's super fun. And as I look at these pictures, you know, my oldest son is 6, and I think like that's not that far. We're not that far away from prom and homecoming. See you Saturday. Can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. Look at these Cape pictures. It's like American Gladiators. Whoa. Oh, I should have gone to Cape. I know Joel was there, right? Our friend Joel Krausauer, he was dealing blackjack. They had a whole bunch of games and a whole lot of fun. This is excellent. I'm so glad that Muscatine does Cape. And again, I didn't even know, and I really mean this, growing up, Cape was not a thing. You know, I had no concept of it. And I got to Muscatine in August 2012, and I heard about what they do for kids after prom, and it seems like a real Is that the game where you run really fast and you're like attached to, oh yeah, there's your brother going down. This is so great. All right. Do you have any more shots near the Merrill? That was it? Okay, that was a great pick though. So Cape, what a blast. And it seems like everybody who goes to prom goes to Cape. Is that correct? Yeah? 437? Whoa. Excellent. That is super cool. Wow, look at that. All right, keep it right there for a second. Go back to that bigger shot like 2 pictures ago. Right there. That gives you some perspective. So that's the gym at Muscatine High School with perhaps the biggest inflatable thing I've ever seen, right? That is excellent. Okay. The police were going through it. Oh, we love it. That is super cool. Yes. MPD going through the obstacle course. That is so great. I love that. Oh, that's great. That is so wonderful. Yeah, it's nice to know that the community comes together and does things like this for our students. And like Ryan said, 115 prizes given away, all the way, you know, starting at a vehicle and all the way down, and all of those coming off of donations as well. So what a cool moment. I'm looking at the monitor here on the set here at Hy-Vee today, and I'm super impressed by everything that I'm seeing. And a late night too, right? You probably don't normally stay up till 4 a.m., but do you just sleep all day Sunday? Wow. You slept until 1? I can't even tell you what I've done, what I had done Oh, I had a lot done yesterday, but that's all right. Okay, let me see that picture outside of the mirror one more time, please. Just because I like that shot. Yeah, and again, I do hope that everybody had a good weekend. Full screen that one. Get me off of there, Chad. I want everybody to just see that. Look at how good that looks. Oh, zoom in a little bit there, right? Give me bring it in tight, and let me get the Merrill in there. Oh, perfect. Look at that. Wow. Right, so that's a spot that is going to host a lot of different things, from city math tournaments this Saturday to prom to weddings to chamber events, everything under the sun. I just want to be able to sit up on that balcony 4th of July. What do I got to do to get a couple chairs for my family, right? That would probably be one of the best places to watch 4th of July, from that balcony. I'd be willing to put down at least $2. How can I reserve a spot? Camp out for seats, maybe. Okay, so we look ahead, and I do want to say again, it's spring cleanup week. Today's the first day. I hope you didn't forget. People like my mom, she's new to Muscatine, no idea what spring cleanup week is, has no concept. I told her, I said, Mom, if you want to get rid of some stuff, you can't put out tires, you can't put out TVs, a lot of other stuff, you put it out in front of your house. Don't be alarmed if you see people going through it, because it happens, right? And there's been a lot of vehicles, trucks, trailers going around neighborhoods checking out stuff. By all means, I just ask that you be courteous, and if you're going through stuff, don't make a mess, right? Because there's a crew that's going to be coming, several crews for the city, and they got to clean it up. So I've tried to do a good job keeping my footprint in my alley compact and tight and easily able to be picked up. And I almost threw out my Thor cutout, but it's going to get rehomed to my buddy Steve. Look, Betsy's like, you have a Thor cutout? Should I have sent you a message? Okay, sorry. Steve Truitt, you're a winner. Boy. And I was able to sell a little trampoline on Facebook. Whoa, how about that? The power of selling things online. Yeah, speaking of things online, everybody, look at this segue. He's reaching. The team staffing job board. Hey, our friend Emma is showing up on the job board for the first time. Emma. I think I'm DJing her wedding next year. That's pretty cool. Shameless plug for Tony Tone, DJ. Team staffing job board. This is cleanup crew. It's a new opening. $13.55 an hour. Potential to become a permanent TSI contractor with a pay increase to $18.55. That'll change your life. Primary outdoors, if you like that. Steel toe boots required. Background check and drug screen. Easy breezy. Emma 563-316-7642 or careers@teamssi.com. We have a forklift operator for shift, $13 an hour, full-time in just 30 days. Think about that, full-time gig in 30 days. Think about how quickly 30 days goes by as we sit here on April 23rd, right? Yeah, that means in less than a month I'll be having my knee operated on. Isn't that exciting? I've had worse Mondays. Camera in the knee. Next on the team staffing job board. Thank you. This is an immediate opening. Production team members, first and second shift. Nice. I like that. They got great graphics, don't they? You can call Katie at 563-316-7639. Check out Team Staffing on Facebook and Instagram. Give them a like and hit that follow button. They got some fun giveaways coming up, and they have over 1,000 people employed at this very moment throughout Muscatine. That is a lot. I did not do a good job ironing this morning. I bought, this is really nerdy, okay? I bought starch here at Hy-Vee the other day, and I'm trying to like starch my shirts when I iron them. I tried, and there's like a bunch of weird, I don't know. I need to do better. Okay, I need to do better. Because I'm not at the point where like I can just get everything dry cleaned. It's not practical for me yet. You know what I mean? If you have any tips on ironing shirts, hyveetoday@gmail.com, or the proper amount of starch to use. It's in a can, so you shake it, and then you iron it, and you're like, oh. It's never going to be like if I, and by the way, we do have dry cleaning services here at Hy-Vee. I know that. They're never going to look as good as if I did that. Okay, coming up this week on the show, let's look at tomorrow. We got some big shows ahead. Like tomorrow, we have a couple guests We got to get some grease on that wheel. Yeah. I hope you can hear it. If you can't hear it, it doesn't make sense, right? It just looks like I stopped talking for a minute. It's just a bakery cart that's the loudest thing ever. It's still going. Still going. Still going. Still going. Yep. Almost out of the way. Okay. Good. Hey, it's a grocery store. Live show at a grocery store, right? Tomorrow on the show, Nancy Carlisle, who is the manager of diabetes education and wellness at Unity Point Health. We'll talk to her. We'll also talk to Michael Peck with CBI Bank and Trust. That'll be exciting. See what's new. Obviously, talking about teaching kids to save still. That's an important thing. And there's a third guest for tomorrow. Oh, it's Renee Mock. Thank you. I don't have it on this paper, but I remembered that. So 3 guests tomorrow. That's an action-packed program on Hy-Vee today. Renee Mock talking about Curtains, the spring musical, right? It's a musical. Okay. When Renee reached out, she said she was like the drama teacher, but she's doing the musical. So I was a little confused. It's the same thing. Okay, Betsy, it's the same thing. I'm not good at math, and I don't know my theater terminology. A rose is just a rose. Wednesday, we'll talk to Pat Walsh, Dr. Patrick Walsh with Vision Center PC. And I am going to get an eye check. I said that last week. I've never had a vision exam. When I was little, my brother stabbed me in the eye with a Ninja Turtle sword. It was a sai, if you know what that is. He jumped on my back and he stabbed me in the eye. And then I think I was okay. I had to wear a patch on my eye for a few days in first grade. You can imagine how well that went. Kids are cruel. And for whatever reason, I can only cross one of my eyes. So maybe I'll ask Dr. Walsh all of these questions, and then I won't have to get a vision check. Maybe he can just examine me while we're here. He can dilate my pupils. I don't know what to expect. I've never had vision insurance. What if I go and they're like, you got to get glasses? I could never do contacts. I'll tell you that. I'm not doing that. Or you have to do that. Does anybody have contacts here on the show? No? Chad's got contacts in right now. How do you do it? My wife does, and it's like, it's like you touch your eyeball with this thing. I got to go like this. No, I would have cool glasses. Ryan's wearing glasses right now. Yeah, I would get cool glasses. All right, Thursday, Pam Collins, director of the Munster Public Library, she'll be here. And ladies and gentlemen, spoiler alert: if you're an Iowa Hawkeye fan and you want to meet Tim Dwight, Timmy Dwight's going to be right here on this show. And from what I've heard, he's going to be getting here a little bit early. And that just means like 8:30. He's scheduled for 8:50. So, and I told this to my father-in-law, Craig Mills, who may or may not see this, but he's a big Hawkeye fan. I said, if you want to meet Tim Dwight, he'll be in the store Thursday morning, this Thursday, and then he'll be on the show. I'm talking about Tim Dwight football camp and his goal to donate $1 million to the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. That is pretty cool, as the best tradition in college sports, maybe the best tradition in all sports, gets ready to kick off in August with the waving to children at the hospital. It's a powerful thing for sure. And then later in the afternoon on Thursday, and I guess I think I said this already, but Bobby Hansen, former Iowa Hawkeye basketball star, he won a championship playing basketball with Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. He's stopping by the store to just sign a couple things that we're going to be giving away next week. Next week is a big thing here at the store. It's called Taste of Hy-Vee. I got Adventureland tickets, autographed books from Chuck Long. We'll have Tim Dwight autograph stuff, Bubba Henson, and a lot of opportunities for you to come out and see us, and some fun to be had, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got time-wise? 10 after 9. All right, that seems like a good place to wrap things up. Thanks again to Dan Stein and Daniel Wong for joining us. Count fast. You know what? I'll tell you what. And I'm not good at math. That was not a bit. I'm not. I've struggled with math while I was in school, and it didn't get any easier for me. And what they're trying to do, I applaud that a lot. I mean, it takes a lot of effort, for sure, to have an idea and go out and implement it and get this created, this count fast system to help kids that are in school right now. And it's working, and it's effective. So hats off and way to go, Dan Stein and Daniel Wong. It's pretty impressive to be able to have that. And then coming soon is their app. And this Saturday, again, the 28th, is the math tournament at the Merrill from 9:30 to 11:30. I will be emceeing it. I don't know a lot about math, but guess what? I'll be there, and we'll have some fun as we celebrate those students that are really good at math, quite frankly. So thank you for watching Hy-Vee today. Thanks to CBI Bank and Trust, Toyota of Muscatine, and Team Staffing. We appreciate their support. Please support them the way that they support this program. And if you ever have a guest suggestion for this show, Hy-Vee today at gmail.com. Reach out on Facebook. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. We're accessible. You can call the store if you ever need anything, 563-264-2420, and you can call Ryan Broderson's cell phone at 867-5309. His receptionist Jenny might answer though. We'll see you tomorrow at 8:30 live right here, or at 7:30 and 10:30 p.m. on Muscatine Power and Water Cable Channel 5. Thanks to Remax, the show gets rebroadcast, so that's also fun. Hey, there's that bakery cart again. That's a different one. Boy, all the bakery carts are just loud, I guess. Like, maybe they could take some, like, Pam, you know, like the spray, the cooking spray, and just, I don't know, or just replace the wheels with donuts. Either way, we'll soften those up a little bit. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow right here. Have a great rest of your day, and happy Spring Cleanup Week.
Thanks for watching Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone. We'll do it again tomorrow with more local guests from in and around the Muscatine community. Questions, comments, know a great guest? Reach out to Hy-Vee Today with Tony Tone on Facebook or via email, hyveetoday@gmail.com.
Are you weighing up these first cuts?
First cuts?
Yeah.